Hello, Mr. T.
Hello, Mr. Evans.
How are you today?
I'm good today. I'm sorry when I joined class early.
No problem. That's no problem. You are welcome. If you wanna if you wanna do that again, that's no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Okay. So today we're gonna have a grammar lesson, and in this lesson you're gonna practice how to use have to talk about things that are necessary or compulsory.
Okay.
So compulsory means something that you have to do. And then you're gonna learn about adverbs of frequency and question words. Right. Okay. So let's have a look. Now, here is a question and answer sheet about the Brit School.
It's good.
So the Brit School. The Brit School near London is for students with one ambition: to get a job connected with performing arts like music, theater, or film. Now, the question is, how old do you have to be to go to the Brit School? The answer is you have to be between 14 and 19 years old to study at the Brit School. You also have to live in or near London. The next question is, do you have to pay to study there? The answer is no, you don't. The Brit School is a state school, so the students don't have to pay. The next question is, do the students have to study all the normal subjects? The answer is yes. As a state school, the Brit School has to follow the national curriculum. Classes in performing arts are extra. Okay,
Yeah.
right. So let's have a look. We use have to or has to talk about things which are necessary or compulsory. For example, let's go back here. Okay. Like for example, yeah. How old do you have to be? Have to be to go to Brit School. You have to.
Have to.
You have to be between 14 and 19 years old. You also have to live near London. Right? Do you have to pay to study there? No, you don't. The Brit School is a state school, so the students don't have to pay. Right? So this is necessary or compulsory. Do the students have to study all the normal subjects? Yes, at a state school, the Brit School has to follow the national curriculum. Right. So we use has to when the subject of the sentence is only one. For example, Brit School, singular. Then we use has to. Right? But when we talk about you or more than one person, then we will use have to. Right. Like, for example, you or I have to. You have to. You don't have to pay. Right. Okay, so let's go back here. Right. So, for example, we have to do PE at school. We use don't and doesn't have to talk about things which are not necessary or not compulsory. For example, we don't use it to say something is against the rules? Yeah, we don't use it to say that something is against the rules. For example, you can go home now. You don't have to stay until 4:15. We don't say you don't have to use your mobile phone in class. All right. So therefore, we don't use don't or don't have to or doesn't have to for things that is against the rules. Okay. Right. Okay, so that is just a bit of grammar. Right. Now, in the affirmative, when the subject of the sentence is I, you, we, or they, we use have to plus the verb plus the infinitive. When the subject of the sentence is he, she, or it, then we use has to plus the verb plus infinitive. For example, he, the infinitive is the base form of the verb. For example, I have to wear a school uniform every day. She has to wear a school uniform every day. In the negative, if the subject of the sentence is I, you, we, or they, then we use don't have to plus the verb plus the base form, the base form of the verb. For example, I don't have to wear school uniform every day of the week. He doesn't have to wear school uniform every day of the week. In the interrogative, when we ask a question, if the subject is I, you, we, or they, we use do. Do I have to wear school uniform every day? If the subject is he, she, or it, we use does. Does he have to wear school? Does he have to wear school uniform every day?
Okay.
Right. If you have any questions, you must please ask.
Yes, I understand.
All right. Okay. Right. So let's read the questions and answers about the Brit School. Would you like to be a student there? Why or why not? Right. So we've read now about. Okay. So let's go back. Right. So let's read the questions again. I will ask a question, or you can ask a question. I will give the answer. Can you ask this question?
How do you have to go to the preschool?
You have to be between 14 and 19 years old to study at the Brit School. You also have to live in or near London.
Do you have to pay to study there?
No, you don't. The Brit School is a state school, so the students don't have to pay.
Do you do the students have to study on the normal subjects?
Yes, as a state school, the Brit School has to follow the national curriculum. Classes in performing arts are extra. Okay, now, would you like to be a student at the Brit School? Would you like to study at Brit School?
Yes, I like it
Why would you like to study at Brit School? Why?
because the preschool is the student not to pay not pay to the study
Yeah, it's
at
free.
the preschool. And and the second reason, the preschool uh, they they teach uh, normal subject.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
They also you also can take the normal subjects because they have to follow the British curriculum. Okay, that are two very good reasons. Right now, how many examples of have to can you find in the text?
then
For example, are
mm,
they are they affirmative, negative, or interrogative? Now remember, affirmative is when a sentence is positive. Negative is when a sentence is
yeah,
negative. Interrogative is when we ask a question. Right, so let's have a look. For example, how old do you have to be to go to the Brit school? There's one example, and that one is interrogative.
interactive.
Can you find another example?
You have to between 14 and 19 years old is aff- affirmative.
Yes. Right. And then the next one.
Next one, you have to it's interrogative.
Right.
No,
And then the next.
you got the preschool the student don't have to pay. It's the negative.
Right.
Yeah, let's it do the student have to study on the normal subject is the interrogative.
Right.
Yes, like if the best school has to follow the national curriculum is the
Curriculum.
yeah curriculum is the affirmative.
That's affirmative. Well done. Right. Now let's listen to the text. How are have to and has to
Hmm.
pronounced? And then we're going to practice saying them. Right. So I must get the audio now. Right. That's track 1.28. Okay. So just give me a second. Let me just get the audio ready. It is 1.28. Right. Here we go. Okay. This one.
Lesson 2B, Exercise 3. Brit School QA.
The Brit School near London is for students with one ambition: to get a job connected with performing arts, music, theatre, film, etc. How old do you have to be to go to the Brit School?
You have to be between 14 and 19 years old to study at the Brit School. You also have to live in or near London.
Do you have to pay to study there?
No, you don't. The Brit School is a state school, so the students don't have to pay.
Do the students have to study all the normal subjects?
Yes. As a state school, the Brit School has to follow the national curriculum. Classes in performing arts are extra.
Okay. So can you read the question and the answer now?
Yes.
And while you're doing that, practice to pronounce this correctly. Have to.
How do you have to be go to the preschool? You have to be between 14 and 19 years old to study at the preschool. You also have to live in or near London. Do you have to pay to study there? No, you don't. The preschool is a state school, so the student don't have to pay. The student have to study on the normal subject? Yes, as a state school, the preschool has to follow the national curriculum class
Curriculum.
in performing arts HR.
Okay, well done. You pronounce those. You pronounce have to and has to very correctly. Well done. Okay, so let's complete these sentences about a school or even your school when you were at school.
Yes,
Use the affirmative or the negative form of have to.
yeah. Number one, we have to do PE every week.
Okay,
Yes. The head teacher uh, the head teacher don't have to be at school on Saturday.
the head teacher has to or doesn't have to.
Doesn't have to.
Okay, right?
Number three is we have to wear school uniform.
Right?
The school don't have to stay open as the west.
The school doesn't have to. The
We have
school
to
doesn't.
we have to do all our homework on computer.
We have to do all our homework on computer. Right. I just want to point this out here. So let's have a look at these two. Number 2 and number 4.
Number 4.
Right. Number 2, the head teacher, one person.
Yeah.
The head teacher has to or doesn't have to.
Doesn't have to.
Yeah. We don't say doesn't has to. Doesn't have to. Doesn't have to. Right. And then number 4, the school, once again, one school. The school has to or doesn't have to stay open at the weekend. You got that? You got that?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Okay. Right, so let's look at the pictures of Millie's school day. Then use the affirmative or the negative to have a talk about her day. Right, so this is picture 1. Now we must make sentences. For example, Millie has to get up at, yeah.
Has to wake up before 7 o'clock.
That's right. Very good. She has to get up before 7 o'clock. Right. Right. Number 2.
Number 2, she had to
She doesn't have to.
Yeah, she doesn't. Number two, she number 2, she doesn't have to make her own breakfast.
That's right. She doesn't have to make her own breakfast. Right. Number 3.
Number 3, she have to she doesn't have to walk to school.
Yes. Very good. Right. Number 4.
Number 4, she had to do PE at school.
She has to.
She has to do PE at school.
Right. Number 5.
Number 5, she has to take exam at the school.
Yes, she has to take exams. Right. And then number 6.
Number 6, she doesn't have to stay at school after 3 quarter past 3.
That's right. She doesn't have to stay at school after 3:15. After 3:15. Right. After 3:15. Okay, Mr. T, I'm going to ask you one more time. Right. Can you tell me about Millie's school day, starting with number 1?
Number 1, she has to get up before 7 o'clock.
Right. Number 2.
Number 2, she doesn't have to make her own breakfast.
Right. Number 3.
Number 3, she doesn't have to walk to school.
Right. Number 4.
Number 4, she has to do PE at school.
Right. Number 5.
Number 5, she had to take exam.
Right. Number 6.
Number 6, she doesn't have to stay at school after 3:15.
3:15, or she doesn't have to stay at school after 3:15. Okay, well done. Right, so there's all our sentences. Right. Okay, well done. Right, now let's ask and answer questions about what your teacher has to do at weekends. For example, you can ask me now some questions by using, do you have to, for example, do you have to cook lunch? Do you have to make dinner? Do you have to, and then you can ask me any question.
Do you have to do you have to do to do the ironing?
No, I don't have to. Right, ask me some more.
You have get up early?
No, I don't have. Oh, well, on Saturdays, yes, I do have to get up early because I've got a meeting at 9:15.
For past 9. Yeah, okay.
So I do
You
get up a bit early on Saturday mornings, yes.
yes.
Right, ask me some more.
Do you have cook dinner?
No, I don't have to.
You have the washing?
No, I don't have to do the washing.
Yeah. You have set the table for lunch or for dinner?
No, I don't have to, but sometimes I do help with that.
Mm. Do you have do the homework? I think it's don't. You don't have.
Well, as a teacher, I always have to do my homework because I have to prepare my lessons
Yeah.
for my students.
Your homework is the student, not the teacher.
Yeah, but I see that as um, my homework is when I do my preparation for my lessons.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. Ask me some more.
You have take the exam?
No, I don't have to. Do you have to tidy your room?
Tidy.
Do you have to tidy your room?
Yes, I have tidy
You have.
my room. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have to get dressed before lunch?
No. I don't. I do not. I don't get rest before lunch.
Wow. So when do you get dressed? What time of the day do you get dressed?
Get rest?
Do you? Yeah. Do you get dressed before dinner? If you ask me this question, do you get dressed before lunch? I will say, yes, I do.
No, I don't.
So when do you get dressed? Before breakfast?
In Vietnamese, in Vietnam, I think is the um uh, people what is close for lunch or for dinner, not get
Yeah.
rest.
Okay. All right. Okay. No problem. Okay. Right. So let's read and listen to the dialogue between Macy and Ben. Which club does Macy go to? And which club does Ben plan to join? So let's listen first. Now I wonder. I think it's 1.29. Okay, so let me get the audio ready first. Right, let me just close this one. It should be 1.29.
Lesson 2C, Exercise 3. 1. 10:55.
No.
5 to 11.
Wait. You know what? There's no audio for this one. That's
Okay.
why. There's no audio for this one, so we just have to read it. Yeah. All right. So, okay, I'll be Macy and you can be Ben. Are
Okay.
you a member of a school club?
No, I'm not, but I would like to join one. Which club do you do you go to?
I often go to the photography club. It's always good fun. And I sometimes go to music club.
Who takes photograph club?
Mr. Carlton, the art teacher.
I like him. How often you does the club meet?
Once a week. We usually meet on Fridays after school, but it's sometimes on Thursday in the lunch break. Why don't you come along?
Good idea. Hey, when does the next lesson start?
In 2 minutes. Come on. Mr. Baker is always cross when students arrive late. Okay, so which club does Macy go to?
Messi, mm, Messi go to photograph club.
Yes, she goes to the photography club, right? And the music club, right? And what club does Ben plan to join?
Mm,
He plans to join the photography club.
the plan to join photography
Yes,
club.
right. Okay. Okay, so now let's find 4 adverbs of frequency in the dialogue. Now, before we're going to find them in the dialogue, adverbs of frequency are words like never,
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 yeah,
hardly ever,
hardly ever,
sometimes,
sometimes,
often,
often,
usually,
usually,
always.
always.
Right, there are many more, but these are the most common ones. Now, we use adverbs of frequency to say how often do we do something. All right, so let's find some adverbs of frequency in the dialogue.
Yeah,
Right, so let's have a look. Where's the first one?
often,
Often, yes.
often, yeah.
And some more, always,
Always. Uh,
sometimes.
yeah. Usually, often, Ben, likely, how often do the club meet?
That's right, yes.
Often, usually,
Yeah, that's right. How often does the club meet? This one also. Right, how often does the club meet? Yes,
sometimes.
sometimes.
Okay. We,
Okay,
uh,
always.
always.
Right, okay, there's all of them. Okay, right. So those are the adverbs of frequency. So remember, we use adverbs of frequency to say how often do we do something. For example, I often go to the photography club. It's always good fun. And I sometimes go to the music club. How often does a club meet? We usually meet on Fridays, but it's sometimes on Thursday. Mr. Baker is always cross when students arrive late. Okay, Right, so let's learn about adverbs of frequency. So like I said, we use adverbs of frequency to say how often something happens. We usually put adverbs of frequency before the verb. For example, I never have breakfast. Very important this. We usually put adverbs of frequency before the verb. For example, I never have breakfast. We put adverbs of frequency after the verb be. For example, you are always late. So the verb to be is you are always late. Right, now let's have a look at this. Adverbs of frequency. Right. So let's just make a line here. Okay, so when we do something, say for example, there's 7 days in a week, and we do something every day of the week, then we will use always.
Always.
For example, I always study after class, or I always brush my teeth after breakfast. When we do something, say for example, 90% of the time, then we use usually.
Usually.
I usually walk to work. When we do something 80% of the time, we will use normally, or we will use generally. For example, I normally get good marks. When we do something 70% of the time,
Often.
then we will use often, or we will use frequently.
Frequently.
I often read in bed at night, or I frequently read in bed at night. When we do something 50% of the time, we use sometimes. I sometimes sing in the shower. When we do something only 30% of the time, we use occasionally. For example, I occasionally go to bed late.
Occasionally.
When we do something 10% of the time, we use seldom. For example, I seldom put salt on my food. And when we do something only 5% of the time, we use hardly ever or rarely. I hardly ever get angry, or I rarely get angry. And when we do something 0% of the time, we use never. Vegetarians never eat meat. Okay, so that is how we use adverbs of frequency. Right. Now let's put the adverbs of frequency in brackets in the correct place in these sentences. Number 1.
Kate sometimes watch TV in her bedroom.
That's right. Number 2.
So he often late for school.
Right. Number 3.
3. Harry never go dancing.
Right. Number 4.
Number 4. Hannah ever do the sport at the weekend.
Right. Number 5.
William usually listen to music in bed.
Very good. Okay, well done. Right, now let's write the words in the correct order to make sentences.
Sally never lost the dishwasher.
Right.
I often send a text message to my friends.
Right.
That is hardly ever hungry at school.
Right.
Harry and Alex sometimes go to bed after midnight.
Okay.
Frank usually tidy his bedroom at the weekend.
Very good.
Yeah. Um, the school spot is alternate in the morning.
The school bus is often late in the morning. Very good. Right, let's learn about question words. Right, so we use question words to ask for information. We put them at the beginning of questions. For example, question words that we get are words like who, where, what, which, when, why,
Right.
and how. We always talk about the WH question words. Look there. WH, WH,
Yeah.
WH, 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 and WH. So there are 6 WH question words. Who, where, what, which, when, and why.
How.
And then how. So we use question words when we want to know who someone is. When we want to know who someone is, or we use question words to know where a certain place is, or what the position is of a certain place. We use question words to ask when an event starts, or when an occasion starts, or when, what the time is. We ask, okay, wait. Sorry. We ask who to ask about a person. For example, who is sitting next to you? We ask where when we talk about a position. Where do you live? Where do you work? We use when about time. When do you when do you go? Yeah, when do you wake up? Or when did you get married? Or when is the meeting starting? We use why when we ask about a reason. Why are you angry? Why were you late this morning? We use what to talk about a specific thing. What are you doing? What do you have in your hand? We use which to talk about a choice. Which color do you like? Blue or purple? Which flavor chips do you like? And we use how when we ask about a certain way or a manner or a form. For example, how did you get to work so quickly this morning? Or how did you manage to complete the task so quickly? You understand?
Yes, I understand.
All right, so that is how we use question words. Very interesting slide this. So let's find all the question words in the dialogue. Can you see some? Which?
Yeah. Which and who? Yeah. How?
How? Yeah. How?
Why? When?
When?
Yeah.
Right, those are all the question words. Right, now read the answers and underline the correct question words to complete the sentence. So, when do you go to school?
When you
When do you go to school? Is it how or when do you go to school?
how do you get to school?
How do you go to school? Yes, by bus. Right. Is it who or where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you? Right. Is it how often or when do you do your homework?
When do you do your homework?
Right. Is it which or how many subjects do you do at school?
How many subjects do you do at school?
Right. Is it when or where do you usually meet your friends?
When do you usually meet your friend?
Right. And then is it whose or whose pencil case is this?
Whose pencil case is it?
Right. Okay. Very good. Right. So complete a question with the correct question word.
This question is the correct question word. Uh, uh, what
For example, how many brothers and sisters have you got?
how many brothers and sisters have you got? Yeah.
All right. Number two.
Number two, you sit. Let you mark that room. Who do you sit? Let you
Yes.
in the mark room. Okay.
Right. Number three.
And, um, you take travel to and from school.
How do you travel to and from school?
How do you travel? Okay.
Number four.
Number four, where do you live?
Right.
When do you usually go to bed?
Right.
Uh, eat for breakfast. Which do you usually eat for breakfast?
What do you usually eat for breakfast? Right.
What?
And then,
Yeah. What?
yeah. And then number seven.
Which do you prefer, pizza or pasta?
Which do you prefer?
Yeah.
Pizza or pasta? All right. Okay. Let me just see. Right. Let's play this game. Right. Number one. How does this work now? Let me just see. Right. Put the verbs of frequency in brackets in the correct place in the sentence.
School always start at 8:30.
Very good. Okay. Number two. Complete the sentence with have to or has to or doesn't have to or don't have to.
Your mom had to buy a ticket for me. I have got one.
Your mum doesn't have to
Doesn't.
buy a Your mum doesn't have to buy a ticket for me because I've got one already. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Number three. Put the words in the correct order to make a question.
How do you get to to school?
How do you get to school? Complete the sentence with have to, has to, or doesn't have to, or don't have to.
We can take mobile phone to school, but we doesn't have to put them. No. But we have to turn them off during lesson.
Very good. That's correct. Okay, number 5. Put the adverbs of frequency in the correct place to make a sentence.
You usually sit next to me.
Very good. And then the last one, complete the sentence with have to, has to, or doesn't have to, or don't have to.
You don't have to pay when you see a doctor in UK. It's free.
It's free. Okay, well done. Well done. Pretty picture there. Okay, I think we are finished for today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
Right.
you.
O-
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Okay, see you again. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you next week.
Okay, bye-bye.